the people say? Come one, come all. That's all.
That's all.
Come one, come all. Come big, come small. Hey everybody, hey best friends. What's your pen doing over here on one side?
Because I sounded marker.
Oh, I got 3 pens.
I
3
sounded
pens. 2 chains. 3 pens. Hey. Hey best friends. Hey. Hey.
You smell good. Did you put something on for you today?
Girl, I was born like this. No, girl, I smell good all the time.
Wafted it up into my nose. No,
I smell good all the time.
Oh,
How soon you forget? Hey, best friends. Hey. For those of you guys who have never been with us before, you have no idea who we are. I am Candy Sincerity Johnson.
and I am guest host tonight, Sean Johnson. That's what happens when you're a guest on somebody's page.
Girl, how many times we gonna do this guest host thing?
Because I am.
I need somebody in the comments. Matter of fact, I need everybody in the comments. If your fingers work on tonight, I need y'all to ask Sean a question. How many times? This is the call and response part of the service. How many times are we gonna do this guest host thing?
Anytime I'm over here as a guest. Girl.
Girl, anytime your friend coming up and they got, you know, their own cup in the pantry, and you be like, you know what, like, if you want something to drink, I'm not gonna get up and get it for you.
And Tori says she's a forever guest.
Exactly, like, yeah, exactly, best friend. She is gonna wear this thing out.
Sabrina, I am a guest, girl, because y'all see her a solo more than you see her with me over here now. Okay, that's the reality.
It's giving 50-50 vibes for me. It's giving 50-50 vibes.
Y'all don't play into her little games. Okay, don't play into her little games. Look, y'all, she right. Don't.
Thank you, best friend. Love you. Mwah. Love you, sugar.
Oh, you ain't no guest after 2 visits. That's what Chantel.
Exactly, girl. Exactly. We ain't finna play these reindeer games with Sean. It's too late in the midnight hour. Girl, listen. What'd you title the video?
Packing orders and story time. Okay.
We order packing.
Yes, we are. And please excuse my appearance, best friends. My hair is all over my head. This is what humidity, heat, a 3-digit heat index, tired, all of that looks like. Okay, so
this look worse. That was a compliment. That was a compliment.
Are you done?
No, that was a compliment. It has.
Okay.
So, it look worse.
All right. So,
meaning it ain't that bad. Ain't that what that mean? It ain't that bad. Am I wrong, best friend?
Just not right here. Okay.
Exactly. So Sharon said your hair is fine, girl. Ain't nobody worried about it.
Thank you, best friend. So listen.
Wait a minute. When she say it's thank you. When I say it, it's
because she said it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Don't you always say that?
No, but 50 people have said that to me this week.
You do say that. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. So listen, best friend. So we are getting some more orders together because we have. Thank you, Barb. You said it's okay. So because we have gotten some more books in. Okay. However, the book provider is cutting up a fool because they sent half of what we was looking for, and the other half is supposed to be here by 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we're gonna see. Hopefully this doorbell ring while we live with y'all because I don't understand what's going on. Or else I'm gonna have to write a strong worded letter.
Well, they got 36 minutes.
Well, girl, they better come on.
They came and delivered some stuff last night when I was on live.
Yeah, had me frantic.
Girl, because that lady looked like a spook. She looked like that lady was giving ghost vibes. She looked like something off of.
She scared you, Paranormal Activity.
Girl, she did. Girl, she looked like one of them ghosts from the 1800s is what she was giving. Girl, I was like, and that lady, don't let her deliver the package tonight.
So best friends. So you want me to tell best friends or name off the best friends that we have packed up already and tracking information has been sent?
Yes.
So we have Miss Sonia WH, because it's hyphenated. So Miss Sonia, your book's on their way to you. Miss Tawanda WP. Look at all these hyphenated names. Miss Tawanda WP, your order is on the way to you, my love.
Cause the best friends a lot of the best friends that follow, girl, they married. Girl.
They is married. Or they could be divorced like me and just didn't change their name back.
People talk about finding the good thing. They say they are the good thing.
They are the good thing.
Yeah, girl.
Miss Barbara H, who was actually at the virtual event as well. Hey, Barbara.
Yes.
We are now sending you your book if you read the second one already. Yes. Miss Pam W, your order is on the way to you, my love. Mm-hmm. Okay. Miss Patricia C, your order is on its way to you. You have tracking information to look for. And Sororitia P, okay?
Yes.
Not you, Miss Barbara, not you, Barbara H. And Miss Tia P, yours has already been packed up and tracking information has been sent. Mm-hmm. So that is, look at Miss Barbara, she said, hey, yippee.
Yeah.
So that is where we are. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be sitting here and we're going to be signing some more books to prep them. So when the other ones arrive, as they should in the next 34 minutes, then we can start packing up some more. So we're just going to do the grunt work in the meantime. But I have a question for you, Miss Lady.
What's your question?
So earlier today, I can't remember what time it was. Earlier today, you had made a post on your page about Usher Raymond.
Oh, this evening, yeah.
But then it's gone. What happened?
I deleted it.
Why you? Because you was looking for somebody. So why you delete it out? How you gonna find somebody? How you gonna find what you're looking for if you deleting it off your page?
What, you talking about me looking for Usher in Vegas?
No, you wasn't looking for Usher. You was looking for somebody.
He lives in Vegas, girl.
Yeah, but you was looking for somebody else.
What you mean I'm looking for someone?
Oh,
the sugar mama?
Yeah. So how you gonna find her if you don't delete the thing? She don't know to put it in her application.
Girl, she said she don't want me because you still here. That's what she said. She said, girl, call me. See? She said, girl, call me when y'all leave, girl. When the car back out the driveway, then call me. She said, don't call me before that. I said, okay, I'm gonna delete the post then. Girl, this is just good conversation, my friend. Do not take us serious. But y'all know, okay, so since you brought it up, let's have a conversation. Number one,
y'all said, ooh.
But you know, y'all know I can't talk to nobody in the season, right? Girl, what I'm gonna say?
Well, I mean, yeah, because they gonna be like, why she here?
Why she here?
Why she here?
And then, you know, any, cause, yeah, girl. I mean,
said y'all sound like me and my ex-wife. I promise you.
Exactly, girl. You know, and so, you know, for me, I mean, I don't know, girl. How's that gonna work out? Tell me how it's gonna work out. If you could tell me how it's gonna work out, then. You know.
Well, I mean, but you know, the time is coming very soon, and then you can just start cutting. You can start, you know, cutting the rug, honey.
I don't know if what I like is available. Is it still available?
What
is it still available? I gotta call and find out. Is it still available?
But okay, so tell the best friends what it is that you like and what you looking for, because they might have somebody that they can refer your way once it's time.
I don't want y'all referrals because y'all don't know how to match the gays. Y'all be thinking, let me tell y'all how mismatch y'all be with the gays. People be and it be the straights that be having the greatest of intentions. You see what I'm saying? But what be happening is they be thinking like, so like you can't take a bottle of water and a pen and put them together. This ain't no couple. You understand what I'm saying? It don't match. You understand what I'm saying? It don't match. It don't match. You're supposed to have something that match. If you're gonna take a pen, you should really, in true transparency, be looking for a piece of paper. That's a couple. This is a couple. This is getting something done, okay? The problem with most people who be thinking that they know because they've been around the community and you have a few gay friends, okay? The problem with people is they be seeing like, oh, this girl is really, really cute that worked out at my job. She would be great for Candy. All the while, it's a stud.
Oh, yeah. No.
You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's a whole stud. It's a whole... We sitting here looking like...
No, Candy.
You don't know what work. You see what I'm saying?
Makes her a feminine woman, okay? Feminine woman.
So, you know, and I can't build her. But if I could build her, she would be fine.
Okay.
That's number one. She would be very, very feminine.
Okay.
Very, very feminine and very, very fine.
Fine. Okay.
You know,
but everybody's definition of fine ain't the same either.
Don't worry about that. I'll tell you.
Okay.
I tell you if you fine, fine.
Okay.
You know, just because somebody else done told you, I tell you if you fine, fine. You see what I'm saying? And and so like for me, I think I act a little silly sometimes, but I like a mature type of woman. You see what I'm saying? I like a mature type of woman. So somebody who's younger than me is not gonna work. That's not gonna work.
That's not necessarily true. Age doesn't always equate to. That's not necessarily true.
On average,
for example, you're 4 years younger than me, and you're very, very mature.
I understand that.
Most people think you're older than me. You're so mature.
I understand that, and I have had, let me see, like 2 ex-girlfriends where it worked, but that's an anomaly. You see what I'm saying? That's an is that the right word?
Yeah.
That's an anomaly. So with all that being said, on average, you know, I like somebody who a little bit old, not too far. Don't go too far with the older. You see what I'm saying? You couldn't have went to high school with my mama. You can't be in that bracket. You see what I'm saying? But you know, if I graduated in the year that I graduated, and you might have graduated a few years before, well, let's see. You know, you know, but it's a certain caliber of, you know, feminine woman that I like and look for.
I see. Tori said, thinking she a femme because she light skinned with long hair and she wear it in cornrows straight to the back.
Exactly, girl. Don't hook me up with Miss Cleo. Y'all say that for somebody else.
Oh, Vic got mad. Vic said, really, Handy? Vic, you must be younger than Handy. Did you take offense? Did you take offense? Monica said, I enjoyed my book. Which one did you read, Monica? Did you read Moments of Resurrection? Or did you read Moments of Redemption? Which one? Which one did you read? One of the best friends inboxed today and said, baby, listen, I just finished reading Resurrection. I need Redemption stats.
I told best friend, I said,
stats.
This is what you're going to be looking like below the waist by the time you get Redemption. Girl, you better go play with somebody else. Redemption and Resurrection is 2 different books, okay? 2 different emotions. You're going to be feeling them in my H-Town voice. You're going to be feeling emotions sometime. You're going to be feeling emotions sometime. You just make sure you get the right book on the right day with the right. Somebody said, one lady, when we first released the book, one lady said, I got to pray. And if I had in my spirit of discernment, I say, girl, don't worry about it. This ain't the book for you. I don't even need to hear no more. When I say this ain't the storyline, this is the real deal. You see what I'm saying? This is the real deal.
Oh, Vic said her husband is 10 years older and he loves it there.
He loves it there?
He loves it there.
He loves it there.
Well, then that just means that you're mature, Vic.
Yeah.
You know, that means that you guys mesh well together, so that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, on average, no, I take it back. Never mind. I was gonna say, on average, most people that I've dated have been younger than me, but that's not true. It's been half and half, kind of.
I know that little girl, that one little girl.
God, I'm sorry.
Okay, I won't start. But I was just gonna say that one little girl. Your battery saver is on. I told you needed to plug it up.
I told you to plug it up, but it's okay. You did. You said you want me to plug it up. At first, I said no, and I said yeah. Please go ahead and plug it up because I knew I was gonna need it.
Girl, you be lost.
But
what you gonna do out here in this mean world without me?
Be perfectly fine, like I was before you.
Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Sean gonna be on the other side of the fence like the grass isn't greener. I thought it was grass over here. It's gravel, girl. Sean is gonna be like, it's gravel.
Let's get on the fact that I never wanted to get on the other side of the fence anyway. Okay, so Mignon said not that one little girl. Yeah, she's referring to my ex,
Ashley,
who I was 7 years older than. That's who she's referring to.
The dangling particle. How much time you got?
I thought she was a ventriloquist. I thought that's what it was.
Yeah, and then I learned better vocabulary. She's a dangling participle.
A dangling participle.
Yep. But back to, we ain't talking about her.
We talking about what your dream woman look like. You said fine. You said younger ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
Mature.
She's in her early 40s.
Early 40s.
She's in her early to mid 40s.
Okay.
You know, she has, I'm flexible with the hair, right? But she's very, very feminine. I'm not gonna get into the looks because you know it'll be the person who is outside of that, you know, parameter, whatever they get, you know, whatever, right? So she is very established in her career,
okay,
and or a business owner.
Okay.
She likes the finer things in life.
I can see
She
that.
cooks very, very well. Girl, her pot roast and carrots. Bitch, please. That pot roast, that pot roast and carrots. You better play with somebody else, okay? It's the pot roast and carrots because she be on me about eating my vegetables. You see what I'm saying? It is the pot roast and carrots. You better play with somebody else. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
She got a son, but her son is older.
Okay.
You see what I'm
Well,
saying?
if she's in her mid-40s, well, not necessarily because our kids.
Well, look, hold on, Jim Shoe. What you talking about? Okay. So she got a son, but he's in his early 20s. He's moved out the house. Him and his girlfriend are talking about moving out of state to Texas. You know, she has one grandchild, and I clown her about being a grandmother. You know,
Oh, I'm sure.
you know. And so
You have just played.
Early-
got this out. Go ahead.
early on Saturday mornings, she get up. She like a clean house.
Mm-hmm.
Most times she have a cleaner come in and do it, but they don't do everything to her standards.
Okay.
So every now and then, like usually like one Saturday out the month, usually like the first Saturday out the month, she'll get up early and she'll wash her baseboard with Fabuloso. And she walk around.
Get that good fragrance around the house.
You see what I'm saying? She like the smell of clean. You know, houses have odors if you're not careful. You see what I'm saying? People poop and whatnot. So she makes sure that her house always smells clean. You know, when you hit that door, it smells clean all the time. She said she don't know what your house smells like, but her house smells clean, okay? All the time. So it's the washing down the baseboards with the Fabuloso that keeps it there.
Gotcha.
She like them house shoes, them little, with the little peekaboo heel, the little peekaboo, the little with the toe be out, but it be the little poof ball on the top. She be sliding around. You know, when I come through, when I come by, you know, she be switching. You know, that's a little way. You know, she be switching by when I come by.
Cause she knows you're a visual person.
She know I'm a visual person. I be like, you better go somewhere now. You better go. You better go play with somebody else. It's been a little while. She be like, I ain't gonna tell you that.
Lord have mercy. Oh, somewhere she said, "Hello, Source got my books. Finished the first book, Mixed Emotions. So much to unpack, but on to the next book." Oh, baby, listen.
Ooh, baby.
Wait till you read. If you just read Moments of Redemption.
If your
Baby,
emotions is
listen.
mixed.
If your emotions is tore up over that,
Yeah.
baby, you gonna need a night out with your girls after you read this one. So I'm just telling you.
Sora gonna need a blunt after that. She gonna have to roll up a tree. She probably said, I ain't did that since undergrad.
Ain't she said peekaboo house shoes? I'm
Yes.
gonna my wine out
Yes. You know, she got the the little peekaboo toes.
with the little fuzzy stuff.
Right. You know, but she either got a real good corporate job. She like the VP, you know, the VP or something, you know, or she's an entrepreneur, but she's not any entrepreneur, baby. She gets to the money. She gets to the bag.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Tori girl, we just in here. Candy is describing her next person to us. What this lady gonna look like. And what she
I ain't say what she look like.
No, not what she look like, but some of her traits she's describing to us.
I could see her in my mind, though.
Barbara said with the little 1-inch heel. Yeah. With the little bitty heel.
Yeah.
To give you just enough to make that noise when you walking. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it is. That's what she's giving.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it all mapped
Yeah.
out.
Now her son hate the fact that she's talking to me. You know what I'm
sure.
saying? He hated. He hated. He hated.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, he don't be down with that. though.
Nah, he don't like that. He don't like that. He see me coming. He be having an attitude. His mama be like, you better speak. And I be looking at him like, you better speak. When you come in the house, look, you see me sitting on the couch, you better speak.
Yes, and then you're on the kitten heel. That's exactly
Right,
what it is.
with a little
It's
kitten heel.
kitten heel.
A little kitten heel. But yeah, she go to church every Sunday. You know, she real active in church. Don't nobody know she's that way. You see what I'm saying? Don't nobody know that she's that way. She's that way. You see?
Miss Barbara over on YT said, girl, you too much.
Don't nobody know she's that way, girl. When they find out, when I pull up to get her at the church, and I'm driving that car.
Tori said, but you winning because you smashing mama.
Man, you heard me. And she don't make that pot roast when he come back to town. I'll bet you when I come through, she making that pot roast and them carrots and potatoes.
Lord.
When I come through there, she making that pot roast and them potatoes and carrots. And she making that caramel cake. He can't stand it. And can't stand it.
So this is what Candy sits up and thinks about at night after she didn't work all day.
It tickles my soul. It tickles my soul.
Wow, that is a mess. But anyway, best friends, does anybody have any questions for us? Now listen, I'm gonna be honest, because we made it clear when we did the virtual event this past Sunday. We're not doing another public event regarding the book. You can ask us some high level questions like we answered before the virtual event. If we tell you that it's too much, then that means you should have been at the virtual event and you missed out.
Best friend said she got a question. She said, what kind of car she got?
What kind of car she got?
She got two. Now the Land Rover. No, yeah, the Land Rover. Range Rover. The Range Rover is what most people see her in.
That's what got you, because that's your Range Rover.
The Range Rover is what most people see her in. That's the one that she's driving to and from, work and, to her little events and stuff like that. Her sorority meetings,
Oh, she's a sorority? What sorority is she in?
She go to chapter. I can't tell you. She ain't a Zeta. I can't tell you. She ain't a Zeta. She told me, she said, we're going to have to do the split plate. We're going to have them on one side and then...
Is it blue, white, and gold? Is it blue, white, and pink and green? Is it blue, white, and red, like the American flag? What is it?
Well, it's either blue, white, and red, or it's blue, white, and pink and green. It's either one. It's either one of them.
Tori said AKA.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
George said sounding like a Delta.
Either DST or AKA for me. Either one.
Lord.
Either one. Either one. But yeah, so that's that. But yeah, so she got the Range Rover truck, and then she got a little Mercedes. She feel like just popping out one night, going outside, being outside.
Well, and Linda said sound like another book in the making. Okay. I'll have to buy that one. I'll have to buy that one and read that one because we won't know nothing about that one.
This one will be fake. That one will be fake.
Bridget said, look, y'all got to not go live. I'm torn between listening to y'all and reading the book. Well, Bridget, you can come back and watch us later. You can read the book and then just come back and watch us later. Watch the replay.
Just promise not to get mad at nobody. Don't get mad.
Rhonda, didn't you pay for the virtual event? If you paid for the virtual event, the replay was sent out to all the attendees. So you should have gotten it. Hold on, let me double check. Because Rhonda, I thought you did. Hold on, best friend. Let me double check.
Best friend said.
We had Miss Cynthia just went over there and got her a bundle. Shout out to Miss Cynthia.
Shout out to Miss Cynthia.
We appreciate you, love.
Best friend said Deltas can fight. You know what? I believe that. My college roommate was a Delta. Well, you know that. Roommate was a Delta. I believe they could fight. Well, it's enough of them. They should be able to fight, girl.
Yeah, Rhonda, you had you had the replay. Check your email, check your inbox or your spam or your junk folder. If it's not there, it was sent out on Monday morning, right after the event. The event was Sunday. I sent it out to everybody on Monday morning. So if you check your email and it's not there, then inbox and let me know. I'll resend it to you. But the replay was sent to everybody. Well, not everybody. Everybody who paid for the event. Okay. But yeah, so shout out to Miss Cynthia who just went over there and got her bundle. She said, girl, you're talking about these books. I need to see what you're talking about.
Yes, girl. She's trying to get to the bottom of things. Right. She want to know what happened.
I need to know why Candy is talking about this lady with these kidneys.
Yes. What other questions do you guys have? Sean, what is it that you're looking for? Well, we talking about what I'm looking for.
So I haven't given it a whole lot of thought, to be perfectly honest with you. However, I think about it now. I do know. I think I would like a feminine woman.
Ooh.
I do want a feminine woman. I would like to have somebody that is established as well. I'm fine with corporate because I'm probably going to be going back into corporate myself. So I'm fine with if she works in corporate America. I don't care whether she has children or not, but I am hoping that she doesn't have small children. But since my age bracket, she shouldn't have no little bitty kids. Okay. So,
what's your age range?
I think my age range is probably 40 to 47. 40 to 47 is probably my age range. Let me see. She has to love to travel because I want to travel all over the place. Once I get to a point where I can travel, I'm gonna be up and out of here. So she has to love to travel. She
gotta love the Lord.
She has to love the Lord. Yes. She has to have a sense of humor. I can't do no stick in the mud. I'm gonna be serious all the time person. I need to laugh. I need to be able to act silly. I need to be able to do, I need that in my life, okay? I need for her to accept me for who I am, flaws and all, okay? If I don't feel like getting up and doing nothing with myself today but showering and putting on some leggings and a t-shirt and put my hair in a ponytail, you got to be okay with that, okay?
Well,
you got to be okay with sometimes I'm lazy. Okay, and sometimes I just don't feel like doing nothing, and that's just what the kind of day it is gonna be. Okay?
You've never presented as lazy.
But sometimes I just want to be. I just want to be. Sometimes I just don't feel like grinding all the time, and I just want to be. Okay. Let me see what else. She's got to be. I know this was gonna say something about what I'm gonna say. Watch. She's got to be understanding. She's got to be honest. She has to. I knew that was coming.
I don't sit in the seat of judgment. I don't sit in the seat of the scoring board. I just sit with a sign book.
Listen, I am not my mistakes. I am not.
I didn't say you were, girl.
So I have moved on. Okay. So just because I had an issue with honesty, now I'm trying to turn over a new leaf, and I would like the person that I'm with to be honest. Okay.
Okay. It's good that you recognize how important it is. Okay.
It's very important.
It's vital.
I need somebody that's patient. Has to be patient. I can't deal with nobody that is just impatient about anything and everything.
Well,
she has to love children because if I get to that point with somebody, they're gonna have to love kids because I have children. Look at this one. We already talked about this, Candy. We talked about that if it gets serious, that eventually the person is gonna have to be King K. We talked about this.
As said, agreed upon time. Right? Right?
Dawn said, she who? She said, oh Lord, I stayed away, but then messed around and came in on a subject that I ain't ready for. Dawn, we just talking, girl.
Yeah.
We talking about when we are ready to date again, what kind of qualities and what type of things we're looking for in that next person. Okay?
Yeah. These are good hypothetical conversations.
Hypothetical, girl. Because when I tell you I'm so far from this point, it's ridiculous.
I'm out of books, monkey. I call you that all the time. Why you acting like on camera? I can't.
Because you don't call me monkey, ma'am. That is not what you be calling me.
I do call you monkey. I call the kids that. I call everybody that.
LaTanya said Sean singing. I know I've been changed. I have changed, LaTanya, girl. I'm in therapy and everything.
I gotta get up and get my own books.
No, I'll get you some more when it's time.
Girl, I'm finna run through these books like, watch. How long it take you to write your name, girl?
But you know, it's one of those things where, you know, when you have made bad choices, when you have hurt somebody and stuff like that, it takes them a very long time, if ever, for them to see you in any other light besides what you were. Think about somebody that has gone to jail or prison and they get out. Everybody's side-eyeing them forever because they can't get over the fact that they can probably get their life together and change. And so I've accepted that. Okay.
But no, it's not even that. It's so best friends. Don't think that it's because of what happened with us that I see that in Sean. But I'm just saying that's one of the qualities. It's interesting because that's one of the qualities that she's looking for and seeking. But then it's hard for people to realize that that's a quality. That's a vital quality. That's a quality that will be a deal breaker for me too. I get it. I get it. I totally get it.
We're trying to say, listen, I say it because I've been there too. Girl, you been there? Girl, it's rough, ain't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, but anything else, I like I said, I haven't. Those are just some of the things that I can think of. I'm sure there's probably more things that'll come up as I get to that point. But
Yeah. Yeah.
that's the groundwork. That's the framework, I think.
The framework.
Yeah.
What are deal breakers?
Deal breakers for me. Someone who smokes. I can't do nobody that smokes cigarettes. I can't do that. Tori said I tell my ex-wife all the time, somebody got to tell the truth. They do. They do. I have learned that. Yeah, I can't do cigarette smokers. No offense to anybody that smokes cigarettes. I'm sorry. That's my own thing.
Can they smoke a little something else?
Not like all the time. Like if you're doing that all day, every day, no. No. But if you partake every now and then or something like that, then perhaps. But because so many people do that now. Like
I don't.
I went to. Well, I know you don't. I don't either anymore. But when I went to my the alumni picnic, girl, when I tell you, I would probably say 65% of the crowd was on that. I was like, dang, is we at Woodstock or we at our alumni picnic?
Right, right.
On? So like so many people, and then since it's legal,
yeah,
like whatever. So that's one deal breaker. I think any type of really bad habit, like they drink too much or stuff like. I can't do all that. Like we have to be able to, make sure we okay. As if he said, I hear you, Sean. I can't do smoke either. It messes up my throat and everything. Like it just does something to me. What about vape? No,
not for me. Not for me.
Sheila said, will you guys still do weekly lives once you guys be in separate homes or not? Oh, you mean together? Will we still do lives together when I'm not here no more?
Yeah. Yeah. We have businesses together. We have books together. We have SJ.
No,
we
but
got
she's saying we got like lives together like this. Like we do lives.
That's my point. Like even if I gotta bring you on the live, you know what I'm saying? SJ. Remember how we used to do it when you would be in the city taking care of your granny?
Oh yeah.
And we would do we would check in and stuff like that.
Girl, I gotta find some better Wi-Fi or something in my granny house because girl, it'd be tearing up with the let's see, other deal breakers. Anybody's if you're abusive, I can't do abuse. And that should be, I don't know, you would think that that's like a given, but for some people it's not a given. So I can't do abuse. That's not enough of that. If you nasty, I can't do no nasty person. Like
nasty, like nasty
you
house.
have to keep your house clean, your car clean. You gotta be clean. Like everything just gotta be clean. Like I can't do a nasty person. That will send me out the door so fast. I'm trying to think of what other deal breakers. Adrian said, get you a portable Wi-Fi. I may just have to start, I don't know, Adrian. I'm gonna have to figure something out. Because that live that I did with Candy the last time when I was in the city was cutting up a fool. I'm trying to think. What other deal breakers?
For the best friends who watching who haven't grabbed their bundle, go to the website, CandySincerityJohnson.com, CandySincerityJohnson.com. Make sure you grab your bundle. Yes. Make sure you grab your book bundle.
Because it has been extended.
Yes, girl.
Oh, and I do see some best friends going over and getting their merch too. I've seen some people getting their best friends with a purpose shirts and hoodies and stuff like that. So definitely go ahead and get that stuff too, because I know I gotta go ahead and get mine while I'm telling you to get yours.
Yes, yes.
Oh, Vic said your turn. What's your deal breakers?
What's my deal breakers? I have a few. Hygiene is hygiene is important for everybody, but when I say I'm OCD, I'm OCD. And ever since I was pregnant, I have the nose of a basset hound. Like, we could be at the mall and somebody will walk in the store and I might smell something from across the, it's intense. So smells and odors and bad breath and strange smells coming from your protruding from off your body and stuff like that. I can't do it. right? And I have what's called, I made it up.
Oh, what?
I have Candaceisms.
Yeah, you do.
I have Candaceisms, right? And everybody is different, right? And I'm not suggesting that if you don't do this, you're wrong. But for me in my house, you not getting in my bed with your outside clothes on.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
You're not doing that.
If you've been out the house, you've been to work, you've been gallivanting throughout the world and the city or whatever, you gotta come in the house, you gotta wash all that dirt off of you before you get in the bed. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that I just am accustomed to and that work for me and make me comfortable. And the spontaneity of being, you know, whatever, like, girl, I don't want to, like, and you got to jump up, you got to go shower, you know, whatever, I don't know. So that's one thing.
Once you know what your deal breakers, let me know, because I have a couple of best friends who have questions.
Okay. Smoking, but go ahead.
So Miss Sheila said she missed us doing commentary on these content creators. That's what she missed us doing commentary on. That's one thing.
You had to interrupt me to say that?
No, there was something else. Joy said that she didn't see any of the information for the website for the merchandise. It's pinned below, Joy. So if you see the little pin at the bottom, click the pin. It should expand out. It has Candy's website for the books, and it also has the website for the merchandise. But it's pinned below. And then also, Auntie Fee wanted to know, speaking of the merchandise, do we know if the mugs are microwave safe or not? Oh, I don't know.
That's a good question. I don't know. Are we able to contact, maybe we can email the,
Let me look. Let me see if I can figure it out while you still talking about your deal breakers. Let me check Auntie Fee real quick. I'm gonna check to see if it is or not.
we can email if it's not listed there. To see. Did I sign this one?
I think so.
Yes. These two are good for you. Everybody's so quiet on other platforms.
They always are. They just be chilling.
Everybody's so quiet on other platforms. But yeah, so that's one of my deal breakers. I'm trying to think of what else. Arguing takes me out. You know, I know that disagreements and stuff will happen, especially in the getting to know you phase. Because in all of my relationships, it was in the earlier part where we had the most disagreements. But I think for me, it's the how. It's not the what, it's the how. Just because, you know, like the emotional roller coasters and stuff are, I don't know, how can I say it? It takes a lot from you. You know what I'm saying?
I found the answer for the mugs.
Okay.
Dishwasher and microwave safe.
Good.
Dishwasher and microwave safe. Yeah. So yes, Auntie Fee, it is microwave safe per our provider.
But horse and lion, cheating, etc.
So you said arguing takes you up out of here.
Yeah, we used to argue. Well, I mean, we didn't do it at the end, but we did it remember at the very beginning?
Not a whole lot though. That's one thing that I can say. We did have disagreements, but we did not argue a lot.
Yeah.
We did not argue a lot.
But you know, just even in past relationships, and I can't think of any where it was like excessive or anything like that, but it's an emotional drain. Because when you have strong feelings for somebody, you care about them, you know, when you guys are not in a good space, you know what I'm saying? It does pull. It does pull. I don't know. Like for example, I was on the phone with one of my cousins. I can't say who, but I was on the phone with one of my cousins, and I was asking. It's one of my male cousins. So I was asking him. I was like, "Well, how you and your girl doing? How you and your, whatever?" And he was basically saying, because he's an entrepreneur, so he was like, "It takes me out of my creative." You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Because I'm so heavily invested in the relationship when we're not in a good space, regardless of what side of the table it's on, whether she did something, whether I did something, whether there's something in between, whatever, he said it takes him out of that. It interrupts his ability to be able to lead in his business. his money. It impacts every aspect.
Gotcha.
And so he was just like, it just, whatever. So, I mean, I don't know. But like I said, I mean, I know it's going to happen, especially in the beginning.
Yeah.
But it's not the what, it's the how, especially during the getting to know you phase. It's the how.
Oh, Tori has a question. She said, do you guys feel you will have the patience with her, quote unquote, whoever her is, about your relationship with one another?
Of course. Of course. Absolutely. Because it's going to be some, what? It's going to be some areas where we're going to have to compromise and make shifts here. What?
I don't know, Tori. I don't know if I'm going to have a whole lot of patience to be going back and forth. Like, if I tell you what it is and you don't trust me and I've explained to you that it ain't nothing there and like we're just co-parenting and we're just cool and you keep ragging on me, I don't know if I'm going to have patience. Like, me and my best friend had a slight disagreement the other day, and I was like, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to argue. I don't have patience for arguing and disagreeing. Like, it takes me up out of here. Yeah. So, and I understand that it's not easy for people to accept, and I'm not asking anybody to just walk in and be like, oh, it's okay, I understand, you guys are friends and you're ex. I get it, but if I sit you down and I have a conversation, I give you 1, 2, possibly 3 conversations. If you go past that,
well, I mean, I get that, but at the same time, it still is a lot to handle. It's a lot to deal with because
I get it.
If I'm putting the shoe on the other foot, it's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. And
Barbara said, I agree with you, Sean. Like either you gonna trust me or you ain't.
No, I get it,
so
but it's still it is a lot to deal with.
Well not even.
It is still a lot to deal with, though.
Because I'm not.
I think for me the balance is somewhere in the middle. I don't know.
Okay. So clearly, Candy has more patience when it comes to that. Me.
I'm not gonna be unreasonable.
I'm probably not gonna have a whole lot of patience.
I'm not gonna be unreasonable. You're not gonna, send me through the ringer, and I'm not gonna constantly be, whatever. But at the same time, if somebody has emotions or whatever towards a situation, I'll hear you out. I want to process that. I want to, whatever. But I don't know. It's gonna be a whole lot of situations you miss out on. Then
it may be. Maybe it's just my older age. Because when I tell you I don't have patience, like my patience is paper thin.
Now I don't have, like I said, I don't have patience for all that arguing and back and forth or whatever.
And that's what I mean.
But see, for me, what I'm realizing is I feel like, and that's one of the things when I get back in therapy, I'm gonna process because I want to get better at communication. I want to be tight in my next relationship. I really do. I want it to work. But I will say this: if it don't work, if I'm in something and it don't work, I'm gonna be outside. I'm gonna be. I am, because when I say I'm at that point, I've given 100%, and I'm be outside.
Tori said because it's a constant conversation about the whys and the need for the both of y'all to go do whatever it is.
But my thing is, come with me then. If that's the case, I don't know. I need more books. We done with that box?
We're almost done. Nisha, I am sleepy, honestly. I'm not even gonna lie today. Today I'm a little tired, but I think we had stuff to get done. So sometimes you just gotta push through, honey. When you got stuff to do and you got best friends to take care of, or you gotta push through and make it happen.
It's after 10 o'clock with a delivery man, best friends.
Right? So
with a delivery man, they came about 9 something yesterday.
Yeah. But yeah, so like I said, I'm not gonna be unrealistic to say that somebody may not have a problem with Candy's and I's relationship and us still having communication. Because for a lot of people, an ex is an ex for a reason. You shouldn't have communication with an ex. However, we have children together and we have businesses together and stuff like that. So if I'm not giving you a reason to question me and I'm not giving you a reason to feel some kind of way, and I've taken the time to listen to you, I've taken the time to hear you out, I've taken the time to let you process your feelings about it, I've explained to you what it is, and I'm not going to keep going. I'm not going to keep going over and over and over again. I'm just not.
So for me,
that's how I feel.
I mean, for me, and this is why, that's why I said there are two situations that I can think of off the top of my head from my past where I dated somebody that was younger, but on average, that's a one-off type of situation. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, for me, that's one of the reasons why I would gravitate towards an older woman. You see what I'm saying? Because that older, more established woman has likely been married before.
Mm-hmm.
She's likely had children before. I mean, obviously, if she's single and we dating, then if she has had children, then she's probably gone through the whole co-parenting situation, unless it's a situation where her partner, spouse, whoever died.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Then, if she's gone through that, and best friends are giving me the hearts, they understand. If she's gone through that, then it wouldn't be a foreign experience for her.
Right.
But on the flip side, everybody's co-parenting looks different.
Yeah.
Right? There's no textbook of saying it was hard for you to be friends with me. For me, it had nothing to do with us being friends like we used to back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And it had everything to do with us getting to a solid point for them kids. That's what it was for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think you said it on live before, if it wasn't for them, we probably wouldn't have never talked again.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's one of them situations where, I mean, it's not beneficial for us to just, whatever, but I don't know, like, it's going to take a special person. I'm not going to lie. I mean, now we having a conversation. It's going to take a special person, but, I mean, in true transparency, there's millions of, what's the word? Blended families. Ain't that what they call it? There's millions of blended families in the world. And so what may not work for one, may work for somebody. It'll work for somebody else,
And another thing to consider, Andy, is that it also depends on how we make that other person feel. If we make them feel comfortable. What I mean by that is, let's say you're dating somebody and you bring them around me and I'm real standoffish or I'm acting funny or something like that. That's going to make it difficult. You know what I'm saying? So we also have responsibility in that too. And tables flipped. If I'm dating somebody and I bring them around, you an a-hole to them all the time, they're gonna be like what's good? You know what I'm saying? So it also, some of the responsibility lies on us too.
Yeah, no, I get it.
So
I gave you the look. Carol, you be giving me too much sometimes.
I ain't giving you too much. That's honesty. That's truth.
No, I know. I know.
Can't be like, I'm over you right now.
I'll be like, girl, you just.
Let me see.
What are the best friends?
Shout out to, let's see, who is this? Lathronia M, who went over there and got her book bundle. Shout out to Miss Lathronia. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, my love.
Thank you, best friend, for grabbing your bundle.
Let's see. So Vic said, Candy, you remind me of my brother, and Shine remind me of my daddy down to the sign. Really?
Your brother must.
Daddy is the bomb.com.
Your brother must be an amazing Aries, baby. An amazing Aries. What other questions do you guys have for us while we signing our lives away? What other questions do you guys have on any platform?
Let's see. Tori said, yes, people expect me to hate my baby mama, and I don't. We love each other and will do anything for the other, even if the other is involved with somebody else. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
How do you, hold on. I'm trying to see that word. How do you, dang. Hold on, best friend. Let me scroll down, see if I can get to it. How do you think you guys will meet your future partners online, the store, church, etc.? Oh, that's
They gonna be church.
church.
Well, I don't go anywhere, so for me, it's gonna have to be online.
Yeah,
I don't
know. I don't really go anywhere either. I went out for the first time in forever with my mom and my sisters for my mom's birthday this past Saturday and had a blast. But that's not something that I do on a regular basis. Like, I'm not tearing the clubs up. And it wasn't really a club. It was more like a lounge type of atmosphere. It was really, really cool for an older crowd. So kind of like, hey, I don't go anywhere. I don't do anything. Like, so it might have to be online, or if I do, maybe if I get involved with my sorority again and get active, and I'm here, there, and everywhere volunteering and stuff, maybe. I honestly don't know. Like, I don't know how I would meet anybody.
Caleb told me yesterday he wanted me to be with a man.
Every time she says that, I go,
And you know what Kennedy said?
what did you say?
Well, after I picked my face up off the floor.
Right. I
Um,
wish we could. Somebody said, "Oh,
Girl,
I
how you
wish
think I
could
feel?
unpack that to figure out where that came from."
he wants masculine energy. He wants, I think, a traditional family. He want, you know what I mean? So
Do you think that he feels bad about having two moms?
sometimes I don't know. I don't know. And then the fact that it didn't work, you know, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I can't process that on a 9-year-old level.
Hmm.
But then I asked Kennedy, I said, well, how do you feel? She said, it's your life. She said, it's your life. What did I say? What
Your
did I say?
life, your marriage, your person.
Yeah. Kennedy said, it's your life, your marriage, your person. I said, huh?
But when I tell you this child is not 9 years old.
I said, so when you fall in love, she was like, it'll be the same thing. It'll be my life, my marriage, my person.
I got you.
I thought you grabbed the cord before.
I did not.
But yeah, Kennedy and Caleb are very, they have expressed, I will say this, that they want me to be with somebody that makes me happy, that they see I'm not stressed out with, you know. They seen, I think they've seen that with us.
Yep.
They've seen that, you know, whatever. But yeah,
They just want you happy.
right.
They want you happy.
So to hear it is one thing, but they study and they watch. They watch, and so I don't know. Like it's gonna take a special person. It's gonna take a special person, you know.
That's
So
what's up.
yeah, and I'm in no rush, but it's gonna take a special person. But whoever the person is, they're gonna get a lot, right? But it's gonna require a lot. The Bible says, "So he who much is given, much is required."
Facts.
So it's gonna be a lot that's gonna be given, but it's gonna be a lot that's gonna be required.
Crystal said, "You think he just misses JoJo?"
No, Caleb has said that consistently since he was little. Remember when we split the first time?
Yeah, he did say it.
Yeah. And if we having a couch session, a therapy session, there was a time where I struggled with that, and I felt like I did them a disservice.
I remember you having that discussion with me.
Yeah, I felt like I felt like I did them a disservice by bringing them into that. So, I don't know.
Dana said, have them said what they want from. No, they have not talked to me about it at all.
Yeah.
No, they haven't said anything to me about dating anybody or anything like that. No, they haven't. Have you ever thought about dating your total opposite? I don't even know what that would mean for me. Isn't that weird?
Girl, my total opposite would be a stud, and that's never gonna happen. And what they say never, never. I don't know.
I literally don't know what my total opposite would, I don't know what that would look like. I'm not sure. So I don't know. Joy said kids watch and see a lot of things that you don't even realize that they see.
I know.
True.
I know.
It's very true.
Yeah, I know. I
And
know.
they understand a lot more than you give them credit for.
And one of the things that my grandmother said to me was not too long ago, pretty much in my decision making as it relates to a future relationship. In so many words, she pretty much was like, you can't just choose. You know, she said, I respect the fact that you and Sean are not together no more, you're not gonna be together, whatever, right? But she was like, as it relates to moving forward, you can't just choose somebody who's good for you. You don't get to make that choice no more. It's not just about what's good for you. There's another level to this thing.
Wow.
You gotta choose somebody. You gotta choose somebody who's equally good for them, right? In all aspects, not just how they treat the kids, but how they treat you in the presence of everything.
Wow.
And is this somebody who bring out the best in me? You see what I'm saying? Am I treating you the way you're supposed to be treated in the presence of the kids? And remember, that was a key factor in us going our separate ways, is because it started to get a little, you know, whatever with us, and they were starting to see, they weren't seeing necessarily us argue, but they seen us very, very unhappy.
Yeah.
They seen us stressed out and all of that. And Sean and I had a conversation, and I was like, "This ain't what marriage is supposed to look like. This is not what relationships are supposed to look like. I don't want them associating this level of toxicity with love. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, and so yeah, I don't know. Okay, Darius. Tell the best friends what you just did.
So, best friends, I'm looking up the definition of toxic because Candy has gotten to a point. That's how I knew she was really unhappy. But Candy has gotten to a point where she said that our relationship had turned toxic. I don't necessarily agree with that. And so I wanted to look up the definition of toxic. Because when I think of toxic, I think of either maybe abusive or detrimental or like the worst possible thing that you can think of. And so when I hear her say that, it makes me feel a way. And so I wanted to look up exactly the definition of toxic because I never felt like our relationship got to a toxic level.
Buckle up, Buttercup. You're in for a ride. It's the comparison and contrast at the top. You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
Tell them, here's what it should be. Here's what a toxic relationship is. Now,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Now, best friends, this is for the people who have the book bundle and you've read the books cover to cover. If you haven't read the book, best friends, stay on the line.
So am I in denial?
But sit this one out, okay? I'm talking to the best friends that have read the books from cover to cover. I'm gonna ask Sean to read both sides, and then we're gonna unpack this thing and have a good conversation because this is therapeutic for all.
So now that I read this, is it that I'm in denial?
I can't answer that for you. I can't diagnose with state you're. I can't say that. But I think it would be beneficial to read the.
So this is based off of simplypsychology.org, in case you're wondering where I'm getting this information from. And it actually has 6 more rows. So let me open this completely up so we can see everything. Come on, have it listed the way that you just had it. I want the chart form. If not, you may just have to go back and read. So, here it is. Okay, look. Okay, so best friends. So it says on healthy relationship, mutual respect and equality, open and honest communication.
This is a healthy relationship.
Trust and loyalty, supportive and encouraging, independence and personal boundaries respected, emotional and physical safety, compromise and collaboration, growth and personal development, shared values and goals, and healthy conflict resolution. That was healthy relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Toxic relationship. Maybe it's just a word that I don't like. Lack of respect and power imbalances, poor or manipulative communication, distrust and betrayal, critical and demeaning, controlling and possessive, abuse and violence, manipulation and selfishness, stagnation and suppression, conflicting values and goals, escalation and unresolved conflicts.
Our relationship, our relationship became toxic for me, from my perspective. Even Dana said, and again, with all due respect to all of the best friends, there's some people who have been inside of this community and who have a bird's eye view, a close view, and whose opinion we hold very, very near and dear to our heart. Dana said it was toxic. Dana said, even Dana said, yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That hurts my heart, y'all.
I'm sorry. It wasn't intended for that. But I'm gonna be quiet because I want you to process that. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Talk through it. Miss Gloria said strong word, but true. And again, this is no suggestion. I hope everybody watching live and the replay know and understand. I'm not suggesting that it was all on one party. It's something called mutual toxicity. You understand what I'm saying? And so it was very unhealthy. And the longer we continued, the more unhealthy the relationship became. And so for me, the danger was not being able to see how our actions in certain situations would impact each other. Yeah, distrust, betrayal. Yeah, absolutely. Manipulation, selfishness, conflicting values and goals, escalation, unresolved conflict, all of that. All of that. Mm-hmm. Yep. Agreed, Dana, and I accept that 100%. Yep.
It is, and I think that is, I think that's what I am having to reconcile with, because, and I think one of the best friends said it earlier. I'm not gonna scroll all the way back up. That it doesn't necessarily mean that you're a toxic person, but the situation, the relationship was toxic. And I think that's what I'm having a hard time reconciling with, because I never thought of myself as a toxic person.
Mm-hmm. Hey, best friend, I'm glad you caught us live. Good to see you. So good to see you. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Tori said it's the word that you put your own meaning to, Sean. It's not a dagger to you from Candy. It's just the understanding of the actual meaning of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. So there was a video that went viral. It was a Breakfast Club video, and it was Minister Nuri Muhammad. And he is, for those of you guys who don't know, he is almost like the right-hand man to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, right? And Nuri Muhammad has gone viral because he's always talking about marriages, relationships, etc. And he was saying how choosing the right person will make you either the best version of yourself, or, I don't want to misquote it, or like a half of yourself. Basically, like, he basically was saying in the interview with the Breakfast Club that outside of making the decision to live for God, the person who you choose to do life with is the second most important decision that you could ever make in your life. It's not something you want to get wrong, because that one single decision is going to change the entire trajectory of your life, good, bad, or indifferent. And so I feel like sometimes we stay in situations longer than we're supposed to stay. You and I probably should have ended when we got the divorce. Now, you talking about friendship. We could have been ace boom coons then. But sometimes, you know, again, going back to what it said, you know, like, even the whole power and control thing, we had a codependency. There's things that I relied on you to do. cook, do certain things in the business, do certain things around the house. There's certain things that you relied on me to do. Be a visionary, always be a provider, be a protector, all these sorts of things. To the point where, not to suggest that you couldn't do what I do, and not to suggest that I couldn't do what you did, but we relied on each other for so long, it's almost like that person in the nursing home where they trying to do therapy on you and the person wouldn't walk. Then you start losing the ability to walk. You see what I'm saying? You can walk and I can walk. You can walk on your own and I can walk on my own. We just got to get up and do it again. And so I just feel like we literally stayed longer than we were supposed to, and the longer we stayed, the more toxic it became. And the longer we stayed and the more we kept overlooking everything that the other person did, the more what we were showing each other is, you ain't going nowhere. So indirectly, I can treat you any kind of way because you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere before. So then it becomes a lack of respect, spoken or unspoken.
So Diane, I don't agree with that. Diane said, since that's a trigger word for Sean, can you not use that word? No, I think the biggest thing when you have to deal with something, you don't sugarcoat stuff, because that hinders you from actually dealing with the reality of it. So the reality that you see me dealing with is me accepting and now recognizing that the relationship became toxic. Was it always toxic from day one? I don't believe that it was.
It wasn't.
But it did become that way. So I can't then be like, oh, that makes me feel bad, so don't say that. No, that's the reality of it. That is what's going to help me to deal with it, heal from it, grow from it, get better from it, and do better in the future. So no, you can't be like, oh, that makes you feel uncomfortable, so I'm just gonna find another. No, that's an issue that a lot of us have. When stuff gets hard, when stuff gets difficult, we run from it, we try to push it down, we try to find a nicer way to, no, like you have to deal with stuff. And with me going through therapy over the last year has shown me that I have to learn to deal with my emotions. I had an emotional night last night. I didn't run from it. I had to process it. I had to sit in it. I had to deal with it. And I had to understand where it was coming from. I can't run from it, because if I run from it, then that hinders my growth and that hinders my healing. So if it was toxic, it was toxic. And I have to accept that. And now I have to reflect on it and I have to deal with that. And I have to learn how to make it not so again in the future. And best friends, a lot of us do that, and that's hindering you from healing. It's hindering you from growing. It's hindering you from moving past certain things. So it just is what it is.
And that's why I keep wanting to reiterate, I'm not suggesting that it was toxic on one side. This was balanced, right? This was balanced. This was a L for both parties.
And an L from the two little people upstairs.
Yeah. I'm not pointing the finger. I'm very, very, very aware of what I did and said that contributed to this whole mess. But if I could be transparent, best friends, one of the reasons why a lot of people bump heads, especially those of you guys who date masculine energy or men in particular, a lot of times women, feminine women, we talk about I feel, I feel, whatever. And masculine energy is trying to get down to the bottom of the facts. You see what I'm saying? You all in I feel, I think, I feel, right? We trying to get down to the facts. What happened? Was it true? Was it false? There's no gray area. You see what I'm saying? And it's not to minimize one thing, but the communication styles are two completely different things. How you process energy versus how he or she processes energy or information is two different ways. It's two different ways. And it's not to suggest that one carries more weight than the other. But all that I feel, you can't say this, but whatever. We get down to what I love about what she did and what I appreciate. And this is the first time we've been able to do this, is get out your feelings, ain't no money there. That's what the shirt say, right? So Sean said, okay, I feel a certain way about you saying this. Let's get to the facts. What's the definition? What's the literal definition? And as she read through that, whether it was something she wanted to hear or not, she thought back through all of the issues that we had, all of the stuff that we wrote about in the book. And she thought about all the times. Was it manipulation? Was it lies? Was it this? Was it that? Was it what, Candy, were you controlling? Were you? Absolutely. See, when you go to the facts, it eliminates all the gray area.
And
See,
it helps you to be able to deal with the feel.
Exactly. That's why we having two different conversations oftentimes in relationships. Because masculine energy, we want to get out of the I feel, not to say that it's not important, but give us the facts so that we can move different, so you don't ever have to worry about how you feel. You don't have to worry about all of them feelings that you don't like, and we doing something. You telling me what I said, what I didn't say, all this other stuff. Let's get down to the facts. So if I could solve the root, I could solve the symptom, right? I'm not trying to give you a Tylenol for your headache. I'm trying to figure out what's going on and what's causing the migraine.
Right. Thank you, Miss Cheryl. She said, Sean, you are so wise and you're definitely working through your feelings as growth. It's taken a lot of work. 6 months ago, I probably wouldn't have been able to say any of the things that I just said, or even been able to dissect it the way that I did. It took time. It took time. It took a lot of hard work, and a lot of those things to get to that point.
Yeah. Sean is gonna be, let me say this. Popular, unpopular opinion. Sean is gonna be an outstanding mate to somebody. We have gone too long and too far for that somebody to be me. When I say whoever gets you is gonna get a good one, they're gonna get a good one. But just like a rubber band, you could stretch it too far to the point where you can't get it back to its original shape. We've exhausted all opportunity, and God is moving us in a different direction. But the person who gets Sean is gonna get something amazing.
And same on your side. One of the best friends over there said, why do you think y'all couldn't work through it through therapy?
It's a such thing as going too far. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's funny that you say that, best friend, and it's something that I've been thinking about. I know it's too late now because, it can't work if only one person is willing to work it. But I can't answer that question because I feel like it was something that wasn't explored this time around. And with the depth of things that we endured, I think it was time for a professional person to try to assist through, even if it wasn't necessarily to get us to get back together, but for us to be able to work through the stuff that we endured. But at this point, it's too late. So I don't know. Could it have helped? I don't know. It's too late at this point to even figure it out. So, yeah, I don't know. And that's just my honest feeling about it. So.
Vic said, come on, friend. Yes, this is going to help somebody.
We hope it does.
Yeah,
that's
the whole point.
That's why we wrote
Yeah.
this. That's why we do these lives. We could have easily cut the camera. When it started getting too hard, we could have cut the camera and said, okay, you're not best friends, no. But no.
Yeah.
Why not let you guys see the real?
Yeah.
We said we were going to be transparent. We were going to document the journey. This is part of it.
This is the journey. This is the journey. Yeah. Yeah. Best friend said, do you feel that you have a healthy friendship now? Not yet. No, not yet. Maybe one day, maybe one day. I feel like we're trending in a better direction towards possibly being friends, but we're not there yet. Because oftentimes the same ingredients inside of a friendship are very similar to a romantic relationship. You gotta have trust, you gotta have honesty, loyalty, all of those things. We don't have that. We don't have that. Mm-hmm.
Diane said, I need a hug. Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Janetta Soror said, you both were toxic towards one another, and it's going to take 100% forgiveness for both of you to get past all that's happened. Work on yourselves first. Yeah. We do have a lot of work to do separately.
Let me ask you this, because the conversation about forgiveness keeps coming up. Do you think you've forgiven me, and do you think I've forgiven you?
Yes, I have forgiven you. I don't think that you have fully forgiven me yet. But yes, I have forgiven you. Lady Lex said, do you both realize that so many of us are growing through your pain? We know that because of the inbox messages and the text messages and the comments on our videos and all of that. We know that we are helping other people, and that was the main goal.
Mm-hmm.
That was the main goal.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say this. Usually everybody's emotions is high during the conversation. Don't do what we did where when it's time to apply the lesson, you forget what you learned. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This might be that tool that's in your toolbox that you may not need for another year, 2, 5 years. Mm-hmm. Don't lose the lessons though. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Because if
you talking to me? Or you talking to
no, I'm talking to the best friend.
Okay.
I'm talking to the
sure
best friend. No. I'm talking to the best friend. Okay. Because it's just like church. You know, everybody's shouting while the music playing and while the pastor's on the mic. But when it's time to walk out that door and apply the lesson, then that's when stuff gets lost in translation. So I'm talking to the best friends like, y'all got a shot. Mm-hmm. You might have a marriage. You might have a relationship where maybe you on your last straw. Or maybe he or she is on his or her last straw.
Or you're starting to identify some of these traits.
That part.
That I just read under toxic relationship.
That part.
Get it before it gets, because there was a point, best friends, if I'm honest, that we maybe only had 1 or 2 of these things, and it kept getting worse and worse, and literally we had almost all of them outside of abuse and violence. Imagine what we could have done had we caught it when we identified 1 or 2.
What you allow is what will continue. I don't know who I'm talking to, but whoever I'm talking to, you know this is for you. What you allow is what will continue. That's it.
My God, today.
That's it. That's it.
I need to pray and meditate tonight. I gotta go back into my closet tonight, y'all, before I go to bed.
That's it.
Ooh.
What Rashida say?
She said, but God can fix anything, so you never know what the future may hold. This can be a trial for y'all to heal and work on self. So I pray that God will mend every broken and damaged piece that needs to be fixed. Vic said, yes, people live in what you're going through and at their breakthrough.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm.
Good, Kim. She said, I recognized some time ago that my marriage was toxic. Thankfully, we're still working to be better. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. Marriage is hard work. Relationships are hard work. You know, I mean, if we honest, we get on our own nerve. We all do. Especially ladies. It's that time of the month or around that time of the month. I know I used to do it when I was pregnant. Mm-hmm. Girl, I would get on my own nerve. And I would and then I would go through them emotional, you know, whatever, and then I would cry and tell Sean, I don't know how you still deal with me and this and that, and then she'd be like, it's okay. You know.
Ms. Dana said, each of you are at a place where you have been forced to see yourself, to be weak in order to get strong. You're going to walk away from this with a real self-reflection. The new versions of you might actually bring y'all back together. However, the outcome, you will be strong, confident, and renewed.
Y'all gotta stop trying to put us together. Okay. I don't know why y'all keep doing that.
Yeah, outside of that though, I like the fact that she said what she said, you have to be weak in order to get strong, and you're gonna walk away from this with a real self-reflection. That's the piece that really stuck for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. What did the best friend say?
Demetra said, Candy, have you truly and completely forgiven Sean?
I have. So Demetra, if I could say that I have one pet peeve during this whole thing, so many people have been like, you walking in unforgiveness, you don't forgive, you know, whatever. I don't know how people can, I mean, yeah, sometimes you watch somebody and you see certain things or whatever, but at the end of the day, I remember how I felt this time last year. And I see how I am now. I forgive Sean. But the danger, best friend, is you can't associate forgiveness with wanting to stay together. They're not one and the same. Forgiveness does not necessarily mean staying together. So just because I forgive doesn't necessarily mean I have to be open to staying in the relationship. They're not the same. So a lot of times when people say, Candy, I don't think you've, completely forgiven Sean, I have. Because I make the conscious choice every single day to still do certain things for Sean, to show up for her in ways, when she's not feeling well. So you see what I'm saying? Like I make the conscious decision to continue to consider Sean in ways. But even outside of that, best friends, I don't walk in unforgiveness. But every single human being on this earth has boundaries. And when those boundaries are crossed, you have a decision that you have to make. So when those boundaries are crossed over and over and over again, everybody's bandwidth is different. So for a lot of people who say you guys should get back together, and again, this is not directed towards anybody. This is just overall what I've gotten a lot. When a lot of people say you guys should get back together, you should, whatever, or y'all, whatever. My question that I always wonder, and I've never asked, is if it was your daughter, if it was your daughter, your baby girl, and her husband or ex-husband or whoever had constantly crossed her boundaries over and over again, and she forgave and they got back together or whatever, and it never got better. Every time got worse than the time before. Would you tell her to stay? Would you tell her to go back? Or would you say, there's been a line in the sand that's been drawn, baby girl, and maybe inside of this relationship, you're not being respected at the level that you probably deserve. So maybe you should consider making a different choice. So if it's not good for your baby girl, I'm somebody's baby girl. I don't always act like it. I know I look tough. I know I'm the masculine of the two of us, but don't ever forget, I'm still somebody's baby girl.
And she deserves to be treated well.
I don't know what it would take outside of what I've already experienced. I've almost lost my mind and everything connected to me. Boundaries have been crossed, lines have been drawn that you can't erase. Forgive, yes. Yes, absolutely. Get back together? No, those are two different things, right? So the future looks different for us. Although we can have a very bright future, the future has to look different for us. Because inside of this dynamic, I don't have the faith or the comfort in feeling like if I wasn't respected at the level that I feel like I deserve for so many years, after so many chances, why would I get it now? What's different? Time number 4, time number 5. All of the stuff that I'm hearing, I heard that before. That's the part that y'all missed. I heard it before.
No, I understand what you're saying, Dana, but you have to also understand that.
No, I'm not talking about you, Dana. I'm talking in
But
general.
I'm saying what you just said.
Oh.
I understand exactly what you're saying, Dana. And that's not me trying to hold a glimmer of hope for us right now. Us right now, no. I understand what you're saying though, but you have to also understand if she has reached her capacity, that's not something that she can even see. And that's got to be okay. I'm okay with it. Everybody's got to be okay with it.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. And for the best friends on the other platforms, I'm gonna read what she said, and then you'll understand why I'm saying what I'm saying. She said, "I'm not trying to put y'all together. I truly love each of you for your unique individuality. I'm just saying all the turmoil led y'all to a place where you no longer know each other. The newly discovered and stronger versions of you might attract the other new version. I understand what you're saying. But if that's not what she wants, it's not going to ever be. I could change and become a completely different Sean. Be none of those things on that toxic list anymore. If she's already made up in her mind that she's done, it doesn't matter what version of me it'll be. It'll never be me. Period. I have to accept that. I have to live with that. Everybody else has to accept that and live with that. And it's okay. And she's not wrong for it. Period."
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yep.
So that's it.
Mhm. Mhm.
She was at wow.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. But, and again, I hear everything that everybody is saying. But best friends, I've heard men say it, especially like when you ever get a chance to go to a barber shop.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when I would go to the barber shop when I used to get my hair cut, and then when I would take Caleb,
Mm-hmm.
I just sit and I just scroll. I just take my phone and I just scroll and I act like I'm not paying attention to the conversation. One of the things that men have expressed, don't get mad at me, I'm just telling you what y'all husbands be
You're just a
saying.
messenger.
I'm just a messenger. One of the things that men have
Ooh.
expressed,
One of the best friends said, "Damn, that just hit home for me."
one of the things that men have expressed is they hate. Hate is a strong word. They don't like the fact that women won't accept what they're saying as gospel.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody has said over and over again they don't want this, they don't, it's not good for them, you know, whatever, don't settle. This is somebody's baby girl. I told you guys videos and videos and videos ago. If I can't still love her, honor her, respect her, and treat her the way that I did when I asked her family for her hand in marriage, then I will return her to them the same way, in the same condition that they gave her to me and gave me their blessing. If she's going to get a fraction of what she got before, return to sender. What are we doing? Mm-hmm. What are we doing? Y'all let people tell y'all over and over again. The man done said, "I don't want a relationship. I ain't looking for nothing serious, da da da." And y'all keep wanting to see and hear and do what you want to see and hear and do. Dana, I'm not talking to you. I'm just talking in general. You see what I'm saying? This is not directed to Dana or anybody else in the comments. But I'm saying we have to listen. We gotta listen. We can't hear what we want to hear. We gotta listen. Because as women, that's where we missing the mark. That's where we going wrong. We asking the questions and then we trying to interpret and all of this stuff, what's being said. Take what's being said at face value. It's not deeper than that. It's not deeper than that. I promise you it's not. Again, going back to facts. Let's go back to the facts. You see what I'm saying? The facts are, I've stated over and over again, I can't move past this. I forgive Sean completely. I'm walking in forgiveness. I want us to co-parent. I want us to have a healthy relationship for the kids. I want us to have a successful business. I want to look out for her best interest. She look out for my best interest. But at the end of the day, the romantic road is ended, right? I've said that over and over again. I'm not wavered. I've not wavered since it became public. I've not wavered in private. I've not wavered. There's not one person that can say I've wavered. I've been honest.
Yep.
I've been honest. Even if honesty don't look like what everybody think is popular or it should. And I've waved the white flag and said, I've reached my capacity, and inside of this dynamic, I don't get the love, respect, and support that I feel like I'm due. And so I'd rather do life by myself than to continue on this path. Because I'm impeding where God has you going, and you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Like we're standing in each other's way. We've gone as far as we can together. We can't go no further together. We can't hear what we want to hear.
And that's just what it is. And it's funny because if I'm sitting here and I'm the one that has to accept this.
Okay.
I don't think she's serious. Just why the best friends are putting the crying, laughing face.
Girl, she said, stop it already, girl. I guess, niggas. I guess.
Sure. So if I'm the one sitting here, if I'm the one sitting here and I'm in it, and I have to receive that and accept it and deal with it, we're best friends. By all means, y'all have to accept it and deal with it. Y'all don't even know what's from a hole in the wall. So I mean, I gotta let this woman go and let her be happy. She can't be happy with me, period. And I have to let her go. If I love her the way that I say I do, I have to let her go. True love and loving somebody is not trying to be selfish and hold on to them to cause them more stress, more pain, more anxiety, and all of the things. Okay? When I sit here and I say that I love this woman, that means I'm moving out of the way so that the right person can give her what she needs and what she deserves. Period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can you please read some comments? These comments are good. These comments are good. You can start there.
Girl, I'm not reading that.
Right there.
Gloria said, this is great. This is a great, honest, transparent, and teaching moment. Mm-hmm. Dana said, what everyone needs to understand is that Candy is speaking from her experiences. So if those experiences were letdowns, she can only provide feedback based on what she has experienced. She cannot provide us a fairy tale fable ending because it is pleasing to others.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Janetta said, Sean, do you feel like all of this is your fault? No, but I feel like majority of it is my fault. I feel like we are here separating because of me. Yes, that I do feel. I can think back of pivotal moments or pivotal choices that I made that were detrimental to the relationship, that had I chose differently, we may not be here. So in that, I do feel, yes, that a lot of it is my fault. I do feel that. Don said, to feel that you are the cause of your own demise is hard to accept. Yeah, it is. And I walk with that every day. Thanks, hi. Cassandra said, this is deep. Shakila said, but how do you walk away? I have a 1-year-old that we have to raise, but the emotions are all over the place. It takes time. It takes time. We tried 3 times over 17 years. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying for you to stay for another 16 years. But what I am saying is it's not easy and it takes time. And sometimes you even have to have professional help to come in and help you to deal with your emotions. Because sometimes it's too much for you to deal with on your own.
Now, I will say this, right, wrong, or indifferent. I think moving forward in relationships, I'll probably be less likely to stay as long if it's not repairable. So it's a balance, right? You can't throw in the towel too soon, mm-hmm. but you also can't stay too long. Right. Because staying too long, you see it don't get better.
How do you know?
It usually get worse.
Like, how do you know?
Because so one of the things that we didn't do, I mean, there were times where we went to therapy and stuff together, but for the vast majority of the time we didn't. Like, there has to be active steps being taken inside of the relationship for me to say, okay, this is something that's worth continuing to fight for. Mm-hmm. So I'm talking about future relationships, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say things get off track. We derailing. I have to see and know that both parties, myself and the other party, that we both doing what's necessary to try to get things back on track. I'm not just gonna keep having the same conversation over and over again, because we see that. I mean, if that's the case, we wouldn't be here, right? Like it's a road to nowhere.
Brenda said, I commend you both for being able and mature enough to be able to sit with each other and have this conversation. That's growth. Yeah, it is. Chanel says, Sean, do you think you've truly let go? I haven't. I'm not holding on as tight as I once was, but I have not fully let go. And that's on me to work on.
Thank you, best friend, for the stars. At some point, we got stars. I think.
Oh yeah, that was so long ago, girl.
Oh,
but thank you for the stars. Kia said, y'all have given me multiple light bulbs going off over here. You're welcome. That's it.
Yeah. So, one of the things I know we said we weren't gonna bring it up. One of the things that I know you said inside the virtual event is Candy is honest.
Oh yeah.
Caleb get it from me.
Absolutely.
Girl, you ask that man a question, you better be prepared for the answer.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Best friends, if you stay here long enough, you may not like everything that I say. But one thing I'm gonna always give you is the truth. It might not be popular.
Whether you like it or not, honey.
It might not be popular, but it's gonna be my truth. I'm gonna give you my truth. I'm not gonna sell you something, one way in your face and tell you what you want to hear. That's that Derek Jackson.
Yeah.
That's that Derek Jackson rhetoric, right? Where masculine energy, studs and men, have learned the art of telling women what they want to hear, packaging it up, putting a pretty bow on it, and selling it to the masses. It don't do nothing for the culture. That's a culture vulture. I'm going to just be honest with you. If I can't do it, I'm going to say I can't do it. If it's not good for me, I'm going to say it's not good for me. Now, from that, you draw your own conclusion.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be something fall out the bag later where you be like, well, you could have just said something, So.
Don said, if I had enough and I really messed up bad with two people, good Lord, painful and educational and insightful, I need a prayer and a drink.
Yeah.
Mary said, I'm going to say this. I'm glad you guys have came to agree to go separate ways and co-parents. Don't know if you guys heard another couple, the wife shot her partner in front of their child. When it's over, it's over. Oh, God, yeah. I don't think we ain't getting this point. Candy said, Candy, will you get you together even when you ain't? Oh, she said, Candy will get you together even when you ain't do nothing. She said, I swear I was sitting here like, girl, I ain't even did nothing, Candy.
No, Joy, I ain't talking about y'all, girl.
Cassandra said, speak your truth. I'm that way too, and people don't know we don't know how to handle the truth and think you're mean.
Yeah.
And I am getting back to a point where I can speak my truth unapologetically, and either people can accept it or they can't, which is why when these questions come, if you notice, I got answer very quickly because it's my truth, and I'm going to stand in my truth. And I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm not looking for pity. I'm not looking for empathy. I'm not looking for any of those things. All I can do is be honest in where I am right now. And that's my truth and that's my fact. And I still have work to do. So it is what it is. Yeah. I totally get it. Yeah. But I think, did you want to read that comment? Best friend Shaquila said, thank you guys. You have given me the tools to do what's best for me and my son. I have to get on through the emotional roller coaster with him. He's not willing to fight for us, but not willing to do the work in this relationship. You can't fight by yourself, best friend.
Yeah.
There was different points in our relationship where Candy was fighting by herself, and then it got to a point where I was fighting by myself, but it was too late. You can't fight by yourself. So if he's not fighting with you, then you know what you need to do. I can't tell you what to do because it's not my business, but you know what you need to do.
That's a fact. Yeah. Yeah. I think God is very intentional, best friends, because you guys gave us, whether you tried to do it or not, collectively, you gave us the one thing that we needed, right? You gave us the one thing we needed, because right before the book release, you guys know, for those of you guys who read the book and for those of you guys who just seen the live, you know, financially, Sean and I was on the struggle bus.
Devastated.
Okay? Sean and I was on the struggle bus. Everything that we did was an act of faith. And just like that, things started to turn around. And the more transparent we became and the more we genuinely worked to heal and to move forward from our pain and to document every step of the journey and to get better, the more people kept saying, you're helping me, I'm learning. These light bulb moments are like a mirror in my face. It's helping me, you know, save my relationship, etc. And I was like, ooh, this is deeper than us. This is deeper than us. But when you have faith and you step out and you do what God told you to do, even when you can't see how it's all going to work out, God will solve your problem when you solve people's problems. I don't know. It just all worked out, and it's continuing to work out. And I love you guys for it. I love you for it. I love you for it. Yep.
For those best friends who are sitting back and trying to figure out what the hell is going on, if you go to the website, CandiceSincerityJohnson.com, you can get Moments of Resurrection, which will give you everything that you need to know as to why we are here in the last year of our life, and Moments of Redemption, which talks about how we got together, how we got married, how we got divorced, how we had an entanglement, and all of the other things.
Yes.
So if you would like, go ahead and get your book bundle before that ends. You see the best friends in the comments talking about these books, honey. They drinking, they smoking, they doing all types of things when they read this book. So
Girl,
if you have not gotten it, go get
pouring
yours.
holy water. Turn the sauna up so hotter. Drunk a jar of holy water. Who knows where that's from?
That's everybody, honey. That's one of my favorite songs.
Yes.
Well, I'll let you take us up out here.
Well, listen. As we always say, best friends, well, you need to make sure your notifications are on. So when we hit this button, y'all here, okay? But as we always say, best friends, the absolute best is yet to come. But baby, we both got some work to do.
Good night.
Have a good night. Love you.